WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Today's episode of the JB Webb Show is sponsored by Ashtray.
Maybe embellishing.
All right, I'm walking down the street now. I'm walking live here on the street. I'm going to see who I can find.
I need to hear the tambourine.
Do you want me to do the JB Webb Show? Oh, I spit on you.
You are not part of the conversation.
Do you? Do you really?
Thank you for holding, JB.
I'm listening.
Thank you for holding, JB.
Definitely a day job I don't complain about.
Gotta find out what's going on, what you're doing, what you're intending to do.
Love Shack, baby!
Juggernaut of rock action.
My baby understands that cigarettes are dangerous. The child reads avidly, backwards, in every language.
WJBW.
You don't want to.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Shaka Khan, test mic, Shaka Khan, test mic, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Oh, we're on. Oh, hey, Shaka Khan. Welcome back. JB Webb doing the show solo this evening. We may have Auntie Embryo coming in for Breaking News Badly a little bit later, but I am glad to do this. It was actually cool. I got to go out to a very intimate event and capture the audio from the event for repurposing airplay. So we're going to play every single story that we were able to capture out at Under the Influence at Little Indies, one of our sponsors. Big ups. Shout outs. Wait, no, just go there. Everything's delicious. The craft cocktails, especially. So, I am JB Webb at Radio JB Webb on the box of Twit and on the box of you and the tube right next to the tube. Okay, YouTube. That's when it becomes you can't understand it. That's when you need to stop, I guess. So I'm learning that as I'm going. Anyway. On YouTube, JB Webb 101. Tons of videos and crap there. WJBWnetworks.com, the primary site, links you up to all of these other sites, tertiary sites, Joey. They're mailing you up to the tertiary sites, okay? Anyway, 407-379-9539. I have the telephone off. The ringer, but we are giving away a couple of tickets to the badass awesomeness that is DeLand Original Music Fest. They shut down the little town, and there's about 27 stages and over 175 different original musicians. So go check that out. It's you can see predominantly it was SAASSA.cc. That's it. That's what it was. Of course, that's what it was. You silly. Wait. Oh, nobody's here. I'm used to talking to Jerry. Where's he at? Oh, I had to get his...
Oh, yes.
Oh, is that too loud? That's a good test. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
It's a little loud. Okay, so I need to turn this down a little. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We're probably going to try to break a little bit news badly after all of these Under the Influence songs here as I'm like trying to finger my iPad. Hold on. Nope, I don't want to get arrested. Hold on. I know. I'm just... turning down the volume. There you go. I have a new office set up, and I love it. New studio office filmed in front of a live studio office. See? So that's true when I say that. And when we say WJBW Networks, we do have our computers networked together. So it's all true, okay? Seriously. So I had to do a lot of choppy chops of some of our greatest drops, which Jerry's usually got good taste. Are still kind of there.
I mean, he's in and out in like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. So this being Halloween, we want to encourage you to be safe. It's spooky out there. So spooky. You ever see somebody that looks like they're a little too much into their Halloween costume? That can be scary. That can be scary when somebody goes a little too far. like you're ritualistically playing out the pre-part of a murder. I think you're a little too into this. So, what is it? Oh, telephone number again? Okay, 407-379-9529 if you want to call in and win a pair of tickets. I'm not going to answer the phone while I'm playing all these tracks. So we got about an hour of these stories. They're about 3 to 4 minute increments. Mandaddy hosts the thing. Jerry Johnson, the Reverend, is in there in the background kind of playing each of these songs. Now, bear in mind, we're not going to play the song in its entirety for copyright sakes and reasons, and no money for copyrights. So my bill of copyrights. Oh, I was going to do this. All right. We used to do start breaking news badly and do like a little reading, of a popular song in kind of a droll, monotone, understated fashion to make it more serious than it is. Okay, nobody's following me. Okay, so we used to do this bit on Breaking News Badly where we'd read song lyrics in a very, stoic almost, in a way that the song is total opposite of. So in a very snooty, like the artist studio type of way. So we picked out The Clash. This is Radio Clash. And let's begin our reading here. Once I'm all set up. And, okay, that's now. Shocky, you can't stall, do anything? Asshole. This is Radio Clash. Interrupting all programs, this is Radio Clash from Pirate Satellite. Orbiting your living room, cashing in the Bill of Rights. Cuban Army surplus or refusing all third lights. This is Radio Clash on Pirate Satellite. This sound does not describe to the international plan in the psycho shadow of the white right hand, then see ghettoology as an urban Vietnam, giving deadly exhibition of murder by napalm. This is Radio Clash tearing up the seven veils. This is Radio Clash, please save us, not the whales. This is Radio Clash underneath a mushroom cloud. This is Radio Clash. You don't need that funeral shroud. Forces have been looting my humanity. Curfews have been curbing the end of liberty. Hands of law have sorted through my identity. But now, this sound is brave and wants to be free. Any way to be free. This is Radio Clash on Pirate Satellite. This is not Free Europe. No, an armed force network. This is Radio Clash using audio ammunition. This is Radio Clash. Can we get that world to listen? This is Radio Clash using oral ammunition. This is Radio Clash. Can we get that world to listen? This is Radio Clash on Pirate Satellite. Orbiting your living room, cashing in the Bill of Rights. This is Radio Clash on Pirate Satellite. This is Radio Clash. Everybody hold on tight. A riggy diggy dang, dang. Go back to Urban Nam.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Possibly an artist that influenced you. Either a moment that influenced you or how they influenced you over your entire life. It doesn't matter. Just a way that a band and or a song or a artist has influenced you. You tell the story and then we play said song. It's just that fucking easy. And tonight is the DJ edition. But because we are in the 2008 or something now, it's not just about DJs, it's about electronic music. It's about so much more. People don't realize how far electronic music has gone since back in the day. We'd be like, oh, you're just pushing buttons. It's like, no, we're actually doing shit. And then Paris Hilton showed up and like, oh, that's right, sometimes you're just pushing buttons. So that's okay. But we're here with the motherfuckers that were there starting the shit with the vinyl, with the fingers on the fucking material, making shit happen. And so that's what we're here tonight at Little Indies, the DJ edition about the real motherfuckers who are doing it when it was just, the doors were just open. again. I am Man Daddy. I'm going to be hosting and talking in between this along with the Reverend Jerry over here, talking shit in between stuff, letting you all know what's going on. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to tell you about Skinny Puppy, because I noticed that a few of the artists here tonight mentioned Skinny Puppy as their influences. And Skinny Puppy, if you don't know about Skinny Puppy, when you first get into Skinny Puppy, they basically fuck you up. That's what they do. Skinny Puppy just shows up and fucks you up. And if you see them live, they really, really fuck you up. And if you happen to get into acid or any other drugs the first time you listen to Skinny Pup, they really, really, really fuck you up. And that's what Skinny Puppy did to me. The first time I really got into Skinny Puppy, I mean, I heard their earlier stuff, but when Too Dark Park came out, that's what really made it for me with Skinny Puppy. Because Too Dark Park by Skinny Puppy is basically chaos with a cage around it. That's it. It's just complete chaos with a little bit of an auditory cage around it, and it will destroy your mind if you're on anything other than milk. That's it. If you're on anything other than milk, Skinny Puppy, Too Dark Park will really, really fuck you up. I remember a friend of mine just sticking his head in between two speakers, listening to Skinny Puppy, and he stood there for about 25 minutes before we could pull him out, because Skinny Puppy will fuck you up. So basically, tonight is a night of people from the DJ, the vinyl, the electronic music scene talking to you about how they were influenced by music. So right now, the song I'm going to play to explain how I got involved into the electronic music scene, this is called Spasmolytic, and this is by the band Skinny Puppy. Coming up next, a whole bunch of motherfuckers to rock your world. Seriously, if you've never gotten into a Too Dark Park when you're on serious drugs, I highly recommend it.
And if you need serious drugs, the guy in the back of the booth over there, he's ready for you.
So anyway, here's DJ Tommy Ma, and he did the whole thing with the Molly crew and the porno and the stuff, and everybody's all about the stuff and the porno. So ladies, give it up for DJ Ma!
All right, here we go. I look around the room, I see friends, so I'm probably not going to get in trouble. For this story, it is come to realize this is a slightly inappropriate story. First, I just want to ask everybody, have you ever said anything kind of fucked up and probably kind of stupid? Maybe you're like, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Now, how many of you have done that on cocaine? Okay. This story is the first time Tommy Mott ever did cocaine. And I've only done cocaine like maybe 8 times. It's so. Oh my God, the Eddie bracelet. There's another story. Oh shit. Okay. So it's, I don't even know the year. 1974, yeah, thank you. I think it was, I'm going to just say late 90s. After the Edge, maybe I left the Edge, and it's just weird shit. I got asked to DJ at Southern Nights. Oh, yeah. So they wanted me to DJ in this other room they were going to do, and I was going to play, like, you know, the shit I was into, the down-tempo, the house, the French shit or whatever. And they're like, come play our Christmas party. So, all right, cool. I'm going to play the Christmas party. And I'm super excited. Hey, gay people love house music. This is where it all happened. They're going to be stoked. I play weird shit. I play different shit. They're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. So I get in there with my big fucking ego, and I'm playing. And it's like 10:30, 11:30. It's like early. It's like, Jesus. And a friend of mine comes up, a girlfriend, and she comes up and she's like, I'm going to do this here. You want any of this? And I'm like, what is it? She's like, it's Coke. And I'm like, oh, I've never even seen that before. And she's like, well, here, do some. So I do a little, and she's like, do a little bit more, just a little bit more. So I do it, and it's like, yeah, this is awesome. And I play a record, and this is where the whole thing, I start looking around, and I'm like, fuck, man, nobody's dancing or paying attention to what the fuck I'm playing. I thought these people were into good music. Like, what the fuck are they doing? It's like, well, maybe it's early and they're not drunk yet, is what I say now. But back then I was like fucking egomaniac. Like, what the fuck is going on, these fuckers? Hey, listen to this shit. This is good. You should be over here. So I'm jacked up on coke now, first time ever. And I'm frustrated. At the gay bar. There may have been one more in there. There may have been one more line in there. I don't really remember, but there was coke, gay bar, me. Yeah, I was bummed I wasn't going to get laid. I was like, what the fuck? This hot piece of ass up here. No, that wasn't it. But it was a Christmas party. Did I mention it was the Christmas party? Christmas party, gay bar, first time I did coke. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I grabbed the microphone and I utter these words, which, Jesus Christ, is so fucking bad. But I did it. I grabbed the mic and I go, all you fucking homos need to get over here on the fucking dance floor right now. And I swear to God, it's like in the movies, the record goes, and everybody goes, and they all stared at me. I was like, oh, yeah, I did that. Okay. And then the rest of the night, see, here's the thing about it. Like, I didn't just fucking leave. I realized I fucked up, but I didn't fucking care. Probably because I was on coke. So I would try to apologize to people. And every time I would get 2 fucking words out, like, yo, I'm so sorry, I would get this huge shit-eating grin on my face. And it would just be like, oh, God, it was so awesome and punk rock of me to say that. But it was really, really negative and bad for me to say it. But I fucking said it. The thing with this night is I don't know what song I was playing when I got all fucking up in their ass. So we're going to play Electric Six Gay Bar. Just or we could play that. That's what I was going to say, but they want to hear Electric Six. Let's go. That's first story.
Song first came out, we were playing a weekend gig down in Bradenton, and so it was like the second day of the gig, and so you get to the bar way too early because you have nothing to fucking do all day. And so we're sitting there in Bradenton at a bar where it's just us in the afternoon in a dart bar, and they're just like a 65-year-old guy sitting at the end of the bar, and us. That's it. And so I go over to the jukebox, and I look at the jukebox, and I see that the song Gay Bar is on the jukebox. And so I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm not playing this song right now in the middle of the day in Bradenton. And so we play that song, and about a minute and a half into the song, this guy yells out, "Someone eject that shit now!" Yes, like ejecting a cassette. Yes, you're still trapped in 82. No, you cannot eject a song off a jukebox, but that's why my band played the song Gay Bar for several years, because I love the Electric Six and I love that song. But right now, it's the... We're going to go with Huggy? We're going to go with DJ Huggy right now, because DJ Huggy has a song and a story he wants to tell you. He wants to hug you with his information and his storytelling. So please now, open your ears and your hearts for DJ Huggy. Do is pay a little attention, all right? Seriously, you guys over here, you didn't pay a cover, just pay a little attention, all right? We got, this is the first DJ edition of Under the Influence. So this is all about the DJs actually having a story to tell about, a song that's influenced them in one way or another. And it's an opportunity for, they don't normally have an opportunity to talk behind the decks unless they're saying, last call or security or yeah. So this is an opportunity for them to actually have a voice and tell a story about who and who they are. And so I'm glad to have Huggy here tonight and everyone. We got Kioki, we've got Adnarco Bear, we've got Mott, got DJ Jeffy, we got Smilin' Dan, Lola B. This is awesome. This is really awesome, and I really thank each and every one of you. AK1200. Oh, geez, hey, AK12. Sorry, so yeah, I'm a little verklempt. I'm not even Jewish, but I'm verklempt. Okay, so this is DJ Huggy, and here we go. Thanks, you guys.
Hello, guys. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So some of you know me, some of you don't know me. DJ named Huggy. I've gone by that name for quite a long time, and this song that I'm going to play in a little while, it first influenced me with the advent of the illegal raves in England. This is way back in the late 80s when this shit started blowing up in England. We used to go down to these big, massive orbital raves outside of London, and there'd be thousands of people just turning up off their shitters on big disco biscuits, raving like this. Some of you don't know what a disco biscuit is. It's some badass MDMA.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So, when I first heard this song in a big frickin' cow field, right? You gotta picture this, right? I'm in a field with probably 5,000 other people, and they have this big fucking ball orbiting the field, right? And they got a big massive stage up front. You had DJs back then were like Kid Bachelor, Carl Cox, Adamski, Fabio and Groove Rider, who actually played house music then. So you had all these guys who were just kind of, blowing up in the scene. And this song that I'm going to play, man, it just influenced me so much to get into the rave culture. And I DJ'd at some of the best clubs in the world, resident of the best, back to basics, done all that shit. Kind of been there, done it, seen it, you know what I'm saying? Lucky, very lucky guy. That's how I ended up in this country, just fucking DJing, married my wife here, decided to stay. So, fucking, yeah. Thanks for house music, man. You got Huggy in America. Fucking A. So, and everything starts with E, right? So, but yeah, this song, right, we're going to play it in a second. That story of me being in that fucking field with those 5,000 people, just off our tits, making faces, loving everybody. Can you give me a massage? I love you. I love you. Where you from, mate? Where you from? Where you from? You're my fucking best mate. Seriously. That's how it was, man. That's how it was. You used to get like factions of football hooligans back then in England. We had a bad problem with football hooliganism. But all these illegal raves kind of brought all that shit together, man. Instead of fighting each other, they started hugging each other. That was phenomenal. I mean, seriously, it was a subculture that rose up, man. And you started seeing American DJs over in England and the fucking whole house music blowing up. I was fortunate to see that shit blow up in the mid-'80s, man. And it's still plodding along. So anyway, that's my story.
Oh, yes.
orbital chime.
So tonight is the DJ edition of Under the Influence, telling you stories that maybe you didn't need to know. Maybe you can get through your entire life without knowing this shit, but now you're a better person for knowing it. So right now, what we're going to bring up for you is Mr. Smilin' Dan, because, yeah, you didn't know that, but it's Smilin' Dan. Now, this man has been a stalwart of the scene for a long time. I actually did a trivia night here for a little while, but then I said the word cunt too much, and I'm pretty sure that cut it off right about there. And so, right now, we're going to bring the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, you tell him what song you want. Well, he's the only Smiling Dan. Yeah, what Smiling Dan song you want? Oh, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, a man that has been around the decks for a long time in Orlando, in places that have been around for longer than you've been alive, probably. So please, give it up for Smilin' Dan.
All right. Let's see. So, 1985, sophomore year of high school. I'm living in San Bernardino. This is before I moved to Orlando. And we had off-campus lunch over there. So, we sometimes we just decide to skip school and come back for the last few classes. So this one particular day, New Order was releasing Low Life. And so we decided to skip school, go to the record store, go get high, and listen to whatever we bought. So I picked up Low Life, and I picked up this particular 12-inch. And this is the same 12-inch from 1985. Still have it. So, right.
Should we pass it around the room?
Okay. So we buy this. I go and buy this, and we go back over to my friend John's, and a bunch of people that skip school, and we listened to Low Life, and we're big New Order fans. And at this time, this was one of the first 12-inch singles I bought. Before, I was just buying albums. I had no inkling that I wanted to DJ in that. So years later, I'm still playing this record out. And every time I listen to it, I still think these guys were so ahead of their time of what ended up becoming house music and everything electronic. 9 minutes, on the Low Life album, it was an edit. So we popped this on, and then, we go back to school, and high as hell, trying to concentrate in algebra, forget it, and then going, all right, got to be time to get home. So I go home, and, finally, I'm by myself and listening to the record, and I'm like, okay, cool. And pretty shortly after that, I made the trek to Orlando. And so the family moves here in a couple of years later, and I go to Visage, and hearing this, go out to the Beach Club, which was, first time I went to the Beach Club was to see the Flaming Lips. But I go out to the Beach Club, and Kimball's playing out there, and that was my first inkling of people beat mixing and doing stuff like that, and that was around the same time where I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then a couple of years later, I took off, moved to Germany for a couple of years, and came back here, and that's when I wanted to start DJing after getting more of that. So that's the story behind Perfect Kiss. Yeah. And then I finally got to play this out on the turntable.
So that's your story? Are you sticking with that one? You sure? Nice story.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Hey, tell me what. There you go. That's so fucking hard. This is talking about the shit that has influenced you by the people that fucking played it, okay? You've been listening to these people playing music, you're wondering why they play that music. We're giving you the chance to understand why the fuck they played that music. So right now we're going to have DJ Jeffy coming up here, also DJ White Lightning. Because he takes all different sides of the genre and he gives you both of it to let you know that it's up to you to decide which side you want to ride upon. So please, give it up for DJ Jeffy!
Alrighty. We're on a good roll here because I've DJ'd at Southern Nights. I've seen New Order on the Low Life tour in Akron, Ohio. And Peter Hook kicked a girl in the head when somebody was batting a balloon around, and he just walked up and went bam and kicked the girl in the head, and they had to cart her out. They played for 30 minutes, and I knew the songs better than they did. The good part was the opening act was a certain ratio, which was yeah, right. And I've also seen Orbital in 1991 at a rave with Moby when Go was just coming out. So anyway, everybody knows that I'm not originally from Orlando. I came from Pittsburgh because Jim Faraday said I should move down here. I came to a wedding in 1988, and Jim was running the plantation out in Apopka, right? Somewhere close to there. And I came down here, drove all the way down here for a wedding, and all I remember was plazas. Plazas everywhere. Everything was a plaza and whatever, and I was like, I never thought I'd be moving here, but I wound up moving here. So, anyway, a friend of mine and Jim's back in Pittsburgh was named Brad, and Brad had a whole ton of Throbbing Gristle and Psychic TV albums. Right? So, that was on one side of his record collection. The other side was really obscure reggae, like 70s, 60s, and whatever reggae. And he used to make me tapes all the time, and I have them. On one side would be all this Einstürzen Nubauten on one side. The other side would be all U-Roy and Dr. Alimentato and all these crazy, like, really good dub reggae and The Scientist and all that stuff like that. Right, so that comes into play with the jungle music because when UK breakbeat, which I called breakbeat when I moved down here. I was a breakbeat DJ. And I moved down here in 1994. I had 3 or 4 years of playing at raves in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. And that's right. So, I was sticking to the breakbeat tunes that had a lot of samples in it. And a lot of them had little reggae samples. But you remember, the sampling time was probably 4 to 8 seconds if you were lucky back then, right? So it was little clips, little tiny little clips. And anyway, I moved down here March of 94. First trip I made to try to reach out to somebody with my mixtape was going to Props. So I walked in there, and Icy was behind the selling T-shirts and stuff, right? And I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, any chance I could sell my mixtape here?" And he looks at it, and it has a pot plant sticking out of a turntable and like on the cover and everything like that. And it was what I said, breakbeat. He goes, "I play breakbeat too." Right? But then he put my tape on, and my tape was like double as fast as his tape. So anyway, I had an identity crisis kind of when I came here. As I was like, oh my God, I just moved to a new town, and I'm playing stuff double as fast as everybody else. But then luckily, AK called me, and I found... I was like, I have no idea how he found my number or whatever, but yeah. So, yeah. So I had a comrade here. So, but anyway, everything was, the music I played was still called breakbeat and UK breakbeat, hardcore breakbeat, whatever you want to call it in the UK. But once this tune came out, suddenly it was called jungle, and I was like, by the media, to me it's all just breakbeat, jungle, drum bass, all means the same thing. But anyway, this tune came out by Congo Natty, which was Rebel MC, and Rebel MC had he had a whole bunch of hits, and he took his the money he made off those hits in the early days, like he was back in the Wiggle It just a little bit years, right? And so. Right, exactly. Street tough, correct, right. Anyway, he kind of embraced his Rastafari religion and said, I'm going to make jungle music. So this is called Junglist. And believe it or not, I can still play this tune with any set at +8 on the records. Right. And I have to wind it while I'm mixing. I have to sit there and drink a beer, wind it, and talk to somebody all at the same time. And
The hood was my savior.
Oh, yes.
Now be.
What?
Now before making records. Now before making records, the hood was my savior. But now we're making tunes that make you jam with your neighbor. Too black, too strong.
Yo. WJBW.
You don't want the electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Seriously, there's nothing good about her. So who all right, we're going to have AK-1200 come up here next to tell a story.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you've heard about him. See, I've been in bands where people can't pronounce a name. I really wonder if he's ever been at a gig when someone's like, give it up for AC 1200. AC 1200. I hope not. Because this man, he's done some shit, and now he's going to tell you about some of the shit he's done. Please give it up for AK-1200. Hey, how you doing?
First of all, I just want to thank Jerry the Reverend for having me over here. Thank you, sir. It's good to see Tommy and Jeffy and Stevie and my son Michael's 21, by the way. I got a son here. And Kiyoki, an old friend of mine. And everybody else, Dave Ross, everybody. Anyway, so my story's not as touching as Tommy's was. It was doing cocaine and gay bar touching, right? Anyway, it's a bit deeper, and it's not the tune that you would think it would be from someone like me who plays drum and bass, who made a career out of UK music that was 170 plus beats per minute. This takes me back. I used to be a driver at Airborne Express, and Stevie knows this. He was my coworker. I used to work at Airborne Express, and I lived with this girl named Tanya. She's not here, right? She's not allowed within 100 feet of me. That's true story. Swear to God, I got a restraining order. Actually, that's a good story because that happened at a club, the old, Cyber Zone. Okay, so anyway, but this is a deeper story. It's solemn, melancholy, Basically, it was like the end of '95, early '96. I was working for Airborne Express, and my career started taking off, and I started getting these midweek gigs, and I'd used up all my sick days and all my vacation time, and the girl that I was living with, Tanya, she wasn't happy with me because she wanted me to have a full-time job and keep that job, and I wanted to explore my passion, which was music. it was everything to me at that point. And I was sitting there, and for whatever reason, I don't remember if it was 91.5 or 89.9, but every afternoon when I was doing my pickups for Airborne Express, this channel would have all these funk and soul tunes, and it was jazzy, and it was just everything that I grew up with from my mom. You know what I mean? It was funk and soul. And there was this one tune, it was a cheesy tune that came on all the time, every day, and I started to associate my situation with that, and it was by Ohio Players. And the song's called I Want to Be Free, and at the time I was thinking, I need to be free from not only my girlfriend, but from this job, and I'm at this crossroads, I need to figure out if I'm going to be a DJ for a career, or if I'm just going to do the grind and be that guy that just resents the fact that he didn't, give it all he had. And that was me. And I would hear this song every day after lunch and when I was doing my pickups, and the vibe and the words and just the sort of the hook where the background singers say, I want to be free. I've always wanted to sample that, but I couldn't because it's not clean. But that song helped me decide that I needed to leave my girlfriend, I needed to leave my job, and I needed to go on and become full-time AK-1200. So that's my story. Thank you so much. I have so many more stories, but not songs to back it up with. I got plenty of cocaine stories too, Tommy. I have a story about Keoki actually too, from Firestone where don't we all? I mean, Keoki, are you kidding me? Listen real quick, just sidebar, okay? Just keep Ohio Players in the back of your mind. But with Keoki, we were doing a show at Firestone with Bevan O'Neill. If anybody knows Bevan, you know who he is, all right? It was Crystal Method, Keoki, and Bevan gets on the mic at the end of the night. He goes, party at AK's house. And a tour bus comes up to our house in Altamont Springs when I lived with Kenny B. And I think there was about 1,000 people at a little 1,200 square foot 3-bedroom house. And Keoki came in with wings, with angel wings, and there were about 5 drag queens laying on my bed. And he commanded the entire party from the moment he walked in. Nobody cared who Crystal Method was. It was fucking Keoki all night. Bottom line, this guy just lives superstar. And I'm in awe of you still after all these years. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Ohio Players, I want to be free. Thank you so much.
One day, child, I won't have to listen to your lies. On that day, I'll be able to make up my own
Stories about some music. Well, y'all are just way too apathetic for me. How you doing? This is a night where we talk about music. We talk about how music has influenced us and how music has changed our lives. AK-1200 just talked to us about some shit, and now we're going to have some other people come up here. I hope that's okay with you. We had some other motherfuckers been up here that's been playing music longer than you've been fucking alive. But no, please, just sit here and fucking sit on your fucking hands. That's great. So right now, we're going to have Lola B come up here and talk to us. Lola B has brought you the Queens of Noise here to Orlando. Bringing you some female-driven music experiences because fuck dudes. Seriously. Fuck dudes. Seriously, just fuck dudes. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your meat hooks together. This is Lola B.
Hi, guys. So my story is a little bit different than the boys. I kind of went back to the beginning. When I was 5 years old, I had a snow day from school, and somehow my dad ended up taking care of me instead of my mother. And that day started with us illegally snow sledding in the country club, which was super fun. So we started off with the legalities right at like 9 a.m. And then he decided, you know what, I'm going to take you to the record store because he loved music and was constantly buying records. And I think he just wanted to get rid of me, and he set me free in the record store to go browse while he was buying whatever he wanted. And I was literally 5 years old. I was a little tiny girl, and I was walking up and down the aisles, like looking through all of the vinyl. And there was this one vinyl that was in the front. And again, I'm 5 years old. MTV was started, but I was little, and I hadn't seen this stuff yet. And I saw this girl on a record cover, and it was Madonna, Like a Virgin. And I was drawn to it for some reason. I don't know why. I took it to my dad. I don't think he even paid attention to what he was buying. And I was like, can I get this one? And he said, yeah, sure. He buys it for me. We go home. I take it in my room. I put it on my turntable. And I proceed to learn the entire record for the rest of the day, front to back, all the words. Again, I'm 5 years old. So my mom comes home from work, and I'm dancing on my bed, singing Like a Virgin into my light post. And she says to me, do you know what that means? And I said, no. She's like, okay, shuts the door. And then she goes and yells at my dad, and I don't know what's going on, and I keep singing, whatever. So, you know, it was an argument for my mom and dad for many years later because he turned me on to Madonna, the whore. So I kind of grew up with that music. I love Madonna as a kid. I loved Madonna as a kid. I loved her. She couldn't do anything wrong. I loved her. And her Italian concert when she did Causing a Commotion was one of those, like, hair stands up on your arms. There's a million people watching her going crazy. I thought that was pretty cool. I hadn't discovered electronic music. I was still really young. I was taking my tapes and mixing them together on the tape decks. I was taking the records and mixing together, not realizing that that was anything until way later in life. But I was trying to do something I didn't even understand. I'm realizing, you know, when I got older. So cut to DJing and moving into that kind of stuff. In the back of my mind, I always wanted to play a Madonna song. Like, I always wanted something that would fit in a house, like, set. And nothing's ever good. Like, all her remixes were shitty, and I still followed her career, and I loved her. But I went through other genres of music. I went through rock. I went through punk. I went through, you know, new wave. I went through all that stuff to get to house music. And in the back of my mind, I always wanted a really good track, and it never, ever happened. Well, recently, I had a really big gig coming up, and I was really nervous about it, and I was kind of putting it together, and it was a daytime party. And my friend Romano, who's here, that I didn't know would be here tonight, because I kind of stole this track from Romano. Romano and I play together a lot. We played together for years and years, and he's one of my dearest friends. And he's just a great person to DJ with, and I love you a lot. He played this track, and I was like, oh, my God, where did you get this? And it's like some random edit from some people that, you know, we know that I like out of London. But it was this Madonna track that was kind of halfway decent, that kind of had this house beat, and I thought I could kind of do something with it. So a couple weeks later, I'm practicing for my set in my living room by myself. I have my headphones on, and I made a mixie, which is what I call it. When the records mix together, I still get really excited. And this particular mix was like 4 minutes long, and I was like super proud of myself. And I mixed into that track, and I proceeded for the next 5 minutes and 40 seconds with my headphones on to dance around my living room for like the entire song, just like I was 5 years old. And it made me so happy, and it brought so much joy to my heart. And like all the bullshit in the music business and all the stuff you go through with parties and the ups and the downs, it's for like moments like that. So it was like a special moment for me. Not a song you've probably ever heard, but I really like it. So this is my song. You can dance around if you want to.
Oh, yes.
Do that. This is what's been going on in the scene for a long, long time, and they're going to tell you things that you didn't know about. So we're going to bring Ad Narco up here right now. His name was actually appropriate before Twitter. Before Twitter, you could have been at Narco, and it would have worked well. But now you're at Narco, and it's just like you were ahead of your goddamn time. You didn't even fucking know it. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ad Narco to tell us some stories.
What's up, you guys? So not really my forte, but nonetheless. So, first of all, I just kind of want to say, like, it's kind of neat to be amongst some people here that I really respect a lot, and that are total, it's nice to call them peers, and, thank, of course, Jerry for inviting me out and all that good stuff. So this particular track I heard when I was, 14 or 15 years old, and me and my really good friend were like, it kind of showed me what was possible with electronic music. And so, needless to say, the track is Ministry, All Day. And, me and my friend, we kind of like heard this track, and we're like, I think we can maybe do this. But we didn't really have like a means to get the equipment to do said track. And so I'm not particularly proud of this, but we would sneak around the Altamont Mall, and if you were really careful, when they would pull the grates down, you could reach through the grates and steal electronics through the grates. And so we essentially stole all the electronics needed to hopefully make something like, Ministry and Alan Jurgensen was making. And never really could pull it off. It never really happened. But, the particular sound and that particular album definitely influenced me, and sort of is the blueprint for all the tracks I've ever made, and, the musical style and elements and all of that are still tried to, like, achieve today. And so that's kind of that story of that particular record. Just for the record, that is not the track. I would like credit where credit is due. All day. I have stories about almost all of the other DJs in this room. So if we want to kick that later, I could be down. That sounds about right.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. Right here. Because if you listen to With Sympathy by Ministry, and then you listen to fucking Mine Is a Terrible Thing to Say, it's like, okay, something happened there. And the good chances it's drugs. So right now, we're going to bring on another man right now. He came from another country. He came to this country. He decided to be a DJ. And then he decided to be a superstar DJ. And he became a superstar DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you superstar DJ Kiyoki.
Thank you very much. This is very different for me, getting on the microphone. But my life has been fantastic. My life has been a blessing every day. Still yet, I look and think to myself, how lucky could I be? My life has been so great. And I see a lot of people out there. I recognize a lot of you, but I'm not sure where I met you. But, Florida is a second home to me. I come here often. And I love seeing all of you. Thank you, Jerry, and everybody for having me. Even though my life's been fantastic, every day it's even better. Every day. I sometimes have gone into phases where I was like, this is too good to be true. There's nothing else I can do. I get sort of jaded, I guess would be the word. And there was a time about 10 years ago when it was like that. I would go into record stores, I'd go into Satellite, and they'd be like the top 20 records, and I'd buy all of them. Just without even listening to them, I'd buy them all, take them home, and go the next day to play, whatever, and I play them all without even hearing them first, and everybody would love it. I get paid my $20,000, I leave. And it was like, okay, this is great. And believe it or not, I felt, this is whack. It's like, what am I doing? This is like, I'm playing songs that I'm not even listening to. People are loving it. The music was just like, it had gotten to a point where it was like, okay, what else is next? You know what I'm saying? And I was completely like, jaded and just felt kind of out of it. I went to Ultra that year, and I was playing at a place called the Bass Tent. And so I get a little golf cart that drives me around looking for the Bass Tent. And I'm looking for it, can't find it. So we drive all the way back, and the guy's like, where's the Bass Tent at? We can't find the Bass Tent where Keoki's playing. He's like, oh, we didn't build it. We didn't build a Bass Tent. So I was like, well, where am I playing? He's like, well, what do you care? You got paid, right? And I was like, yeah, but I want to play. I want to play. It's like, this is like, he's like, what do you care? I mean, you don't have to play. Just whatever. You got your money. You got your balance. So I was kind of like, I was angry, and I was also like, kind of like, okay, this is it. This is like, there's nothing else to this. What I'm doing is wrong, and I got to figure out something else to do. So I went back to New York, and I heard a song. I don't know where I heard it exactly, but I asked the name of it, and I went and looked for it. I went into Satellite Records, and instead of buying all the top 20 ones, I looked for songs like this one, and totally changed my life around because I fell in love with music again. Music was, I always followed music. Music was like the only thing that kept me going, still keeps me going. I would have been dead a long time ago if it wasn't for music. So I picked up this song, I went in, I looked for it. Actually, they had to order it for me at Satellite because they didn't have it yet. And I looked around, and for hours I would spend looking for songs like this. And I think I'd walk out with 5 or 6 records as opposed to like walking out with top 20 ones. And this song is, well, it changed my life, I guess. One of the times it changed my life. The song is called Space Invaders of Smoking Grass. And it kind of spawned the whole Electroclash thing for me, So, there you go.
The fuck? Keoki? Dude, thank you. Keoki, for being here. We're going to get a picture of all of us, hopefully, before the night's over. But I got to thank everybody for being part of this tonight. Oh, yeah. We all got a story about you, Keoki. There's no doubt that we got a story about you. Trust me. But, Smiling Dan, Jeffy, goddamn at Narco, Lola B, AK-1200. We're bringing up a fucking a guy I like to. I normally put Ree in front of his name, but tonight I'm just gonna call him Tard. But it's Matthew Scott, and this guy is awesome. Oh yeah, he's got great stories to tell. He owns Sandwich Bar. And he's been a big pivotal part of this scene and bringing in awesome talent. By the way, like awesome fucking talent. Kimball Collins is playing tomorrow night at Sam's Bar. It's fucking brilliant. And, thanks for keeping the scene alive, Matthew. Like, that means a lot. Like, as small as your place is, it doesn't matter about the size. It matters about the quality of the talent that you bring in, and I it's awesome. So get up here and talk about your shit, all right? God damn it.
Oh, yes.
Super excited to be invited to this thing. Super fucking cool. I was super worried about all this. I was like, what the fuck is this Q&A dog and pony show?
Wait. Let me tell you something real quick about Tard was Matthew was like so the song that I'm gonna play, like, how are you gonna get this? I'm like, well, I'll get off the internet like everyone else is. It's like, dude, there's I don't know if you're gonna get this. He thought it was like about a song about him or a song that he made, and just today he was all like, so this is new to him about what you're gonna talk about, right? Yeah. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean like.
No, and I get it now, because I thought it was another fucking dog and pony show, another Q&A, another bullshit fucking session. And I've been doing this a long time, and I specifically keep myself outside the public eye because I don't really give a fuck about fame and fortune. And like he said, our room is really small, and we have the best shit going on, and it's because we want our friends to be there. We don't want Orlando to be there. We want the real Orlando to be there, and so that's what we do. But I've got my manager, Dan, behind me queuing up my music because I am really important. But I digress. So we're gonna go back a really long way. We're gonna go back to like 1999. I started fucking this really hot woman named Susan. named Susan Buttery. So then we're gonna go back to Knock Knock, and we're gonna go back to all this shit, whatever. So and I'm hanging out with Dan and Sue, and we're out in Colorado. And I'm hanging out with fucking Mott. Where the fuck is Mott? He was on cocaine earlier, so I don't know. He's got a baby and a wife now. I don't know if he needs cocaine now or anything, but he's over there. I'd like some, I'll slam a whiskey just to do cocaine right now because I think my life partner is going to let me get away with it tonight. I don't know. So I'm going to turn this into like comedy stand-up, you know what I mean? So my name's Tard. It's not Ree. It's Tard. I got it in middle school. I kept it forever until political correctness because I have a lot of great friends through skateboarding. We do scrape ourselves through skateboarding, but you can't be DJ Nigger and be a hip-hop DJ. You can't do that. It's unacceptable. And you can't be DJ Tard and be a house music DJ. So you move on with life and you grow up, whatever. And so I use my real name now, whatever. But we're up here to talk about history. I'm super stoked that I'm barely 40, and all you niggas are 40 fucking plus. Like, you guys are fucking old. I'm super stoked to be here. Man, Daddy, we don't know each other. I've been looking up to you, like, forever, dude. And Bobby Coble was my guitar teacher when I was 12 fucking years old. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the scene. I'm in the scene. I'm in the scene. I'm in the fucking scene. I'm in the scene. What's gonna go? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna see.
Except for the fact you work with that fucker.
Yeah, fuck that guy. But he also runs shit at the social, which really made the social cool because sometimes it's Dan Dyer, motherfuckers, Dan the fucking man Dyer, Crooked Bayou, Visage. I mean, you walk into a room full of people and you're young and you think you're fucking cool and you're like. All these people are like eyes wide open and high fives and it's like Fast Times at Ridgemont High and you're like, yeah, I'm cool. And everybody airs you and this dude's behind you and he's banging it out and I'm like, what the fuck just fucking, you're in Altamont Springs. Oh yeah. And it's like fucking 1996. It's like, okay, great. Like, didn't know. Thank you, Dan, for hooking me up because I am fucking clue. And years later, a lot of ecstasy. I'll get off the Coke train. I'm on the E train. I'm an E guy. Full gasoline. Dave Ross. I didn't mean to say your name in public. At Narco Bear. I didn't mean to say that. At Narco International DJ, producer, record extraordinaire. One of the most humble, talented dudes to come out of Orlando, just like Dave Minner, AK-1200, and just like Jeffy, fucking cool dude, just like Mandaddy, too. I mean, everybody in this fucking town is a lot of goddamn shit, and nobody lights their ass on fire, okay? Everybody's fucking cool, they're doing it. So, back to this fucking guy, it's fucking crazy. So we become friends. And then we become E-buddies, right, in house music blowing up, whatever. And then we become roommates, and then we become all this other shit, right? And then we're hanging out and shit. And then we get into the stories, and it's like, wait a second. In 93, you lived 2 blocks away from me, and you were 18, and I was like 30,000 years old. And I'm like, well, you don't look 30,000 years old, Dan, but let's go to a party together, and no one will know me, and I'll learn a big lesson. But anyway, so that happened too. It was a real story. So then one night, Narco goes, well, if we put all of our money together, I'm not going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story. And we get a candle, and we put it all on the table, and we just roll it out. I'm not going to tell that story. And then if we all just do a line of E instead of a pill, I'm not going to tell that story. And then we go to work at like 9 a.m., and it's like 1994, and we get off work, we come home, and we just do another line of E, and it's like house music, you know, we're just going to rave. And I'm not going to tell that story either. And then there's like people coming over to the house, and they're like all of our homies, they're coming from Gainesville and Tampa, they're coming from fucking everywhere, Miami. It's like, yeah, dude, we're going to teach you guys about E and house music, and everybody loves each other. We're going to change the world. Without Hillary Clinton, we're going to change the entire fucking world, you know. We don't need Bernie Sanders. We don't need fucking George Bush. We're going to change the whole world with just music. Like, it's just awesome. It's like, cool. I'm not going to tell the story either, but so we get older, you know, we start hanging out. So fast forward to the millennium, so now it's like 2000. Oh my God, like a long time went by, like a decade. And we're hanging out in Colorado, and we don't even know we're cool, right? We're just like, oh, we have records, whatever. And like, Mott's like, I got a gig, dude. Mott's like, I got this gig. I got this gig dialed. We're totally hooked up, dude. I got this gig, this pub, my boy Shane, the Liquid Lounge, fucking do this thing, whatever. And I'm like, the Liquid Lounge? I'm like, dude, we ate paper acid in the lobby of the hotel 4 hours ago. It's 1999. It's New Year's Eve. We're really doing this shit. So we're in the car, and we're driving. Don't forget the Bubba teeth. So Bubba teeth were really big back then. So we get the Bubba teeth, and we've all got them form fitted, right? And we got the Bubba teeth, the paper acid. We got Sierra Nevada because craft beer. Let's all give it up for craft beer at Bill Will's Pub. Now they got liquor. Sazerac, fucking old fashioned. Give me a fucking pale ale. But that's me. So we're drinking Sierra Nevada. It's 1999. Fucking got the Bubba teeth. We're driving up the fucking mountain. The world is fucking beautiful. We're snowboarding our fucking faces off. We ended up at Shane's fucking bar. And it's Needles, remember Needles, fucking record needles, fucking vinyl. So Mott is fucking throwing it down like he does. Tommy Mott in the fucking house throwing it down. And these local dudes have never really seen what we all know. Orlando has music, right? So Mott's killing it. And these dudes are fucking, they're bumping the table on my boy. And I'm like, now it's not house music, now it's hip hop. I'm over here. I'm like, with my boy, and he's mixing with record needles, dropping the beat, like he's playing fucking Disco Citizen over here. Like, what the fuck, right? And then I get on the decks, I'm doing my thing, Mott's holding down for me, whatever, the acid is kicking in, you know. Now we're getting hippie, so we can't be hip-hop gangsters. We got to be love and peace and shit. We're like, listen, dudes, stay off the fucking decks. Get your hips away from me. You're going to fucking dance. We're going to show you guys some things about disco house, whatever. So now it's super... So now it's super late at night. We're fucking off our face, whatever. We're driving up the goddamn mountain. And Dan, the man Dyer, is at the helm of the ship. And it's the most beautiful thing when you're that close to God. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. Music, right? Culture. We're so close to God. We're 14,000 million miles above fucking Florida, especially water level, right? And the sun's coming up, and the clouds are going down, and like I said, LSD. I don't know, whatever. And he puts on this tape. And I don't know if tape's the right word, but it kind of probably is, because we're all old. This is about being old. This is like culture, right? And it's a really good intro. You got it queued up. He's got it queued up. And I just have super fond memories of the millennial. We're not millennial babies. We're people. And the millennial babies got problems, but we're not going to talk about that either. But it's like we're already old, and it's 1999, it's becoming 2000, and we're driving through the fucking mountains of fucking Colorado, just like off our face, done snowboarding, super millennial, disco citizen, house music, nuts crazy. And this guy, he's also a veteran. He's also an Army guy. He also protected your life when you were fucking 12 years old, maybe not even born. Didn't even shoot anybody because he was fucking so many chicks in Panama doing the real blow. That blow, this guy over here. This fucking guy. Panama. You know what I mean? Fuck that Narcos movie. It's about him, but his name's up on it. So he's got it queued up. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
Once you make some beats, so call me back. I live in D.C. and I like to, we get together, we make some money. I heard you dope, you the man. I got some fresh tracks and I'll make hits. I don't have no records out yet, but I'll make hits.
God. Who it is? I think Tommy should come up and tell another story. Tommy Mott, you got the stories. And there we go. Kyogi No. I know. It's it's a Kyoki story.
Oh, yes.
1 minute story. I think Kyoki had to leave. He was here. It was awesome, actually. It's true. So, we got Tommy Mott. We got AK. AK, what's your story? I know you got lots of stories. So get up here. Yeah, come on. You got the killer stories, bro. Are you kidding? Remember that one time that we were in LA? Do you remember that one time actually that we were in LA?
Oh yeah.
And you played like it was the LA Coliseum. What was it? It was the arena. Dude, this shit was crazy. I'm glad I knew you because if I didn't know you, I wouldn't. Yeah. Like it was nice to be able to hang out behind your decks and actually, yeah. Those. Get up here, man. Come on. You got a good story. So cute.
I could tell you a couple stories actually, but some of them probably aren't appropriate. Slightly inappropriate.
Great, relaxed feeling out here.
Make some noise for DJ Shecky Green over here.
Oh, yes.
Now,
oh, yes.
You know, we've all actually, being DJs, we've all traveled. We've all gone from town to town and had this false sense of superiority toward the common man, you know. And it gets to your head after a while, and you know, the best thing you could have in life is humility, because at some point you'll have it, and it's up to you how you handle that, because you could either be graceful about when reality hits, or you could, you know, let it wreck you, which fortunately for me, I've come to terms with the fact that I should be more appreciative than egotistical, because your fans can leave in the snap of a finger, and I guess maybe not that this is a story, but I'm here rambling on, but I'm sure everybody can relate to when some guy comes up to you and goes, "Man, dude, you fucking blew it up, fucking." You know, and you can't help but like look beyond that person. You see through that person to the other side, and you're hoping for the ride. Where's my ride? I just need my fucking ride. Yeah, I feel you, bro, but I need my ride. And then all of a sudden, that guy, you know, is on a message board the next day and tells you that, you know, oh, AK-1200's an asshole, man, and then you lose fans. So, so you know, I'm riffing here. I don't really have a story, but I'm just trying to tell you what it's like for some of us who have had that to walk that fine line of being up on a pedestal where people look up to you, but at the same time, if you don't reciprocate in the right manner, then you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole, right? And when you're an asshole, and especially nowadays when you're an asshole on Facebook, you're a fucking dead asshole because you have no fans, you lose your fans, you have no draw. And I guess that's what we all really wanted, was a bit of draw, right? I'll keep going. I don't give a fuck. How about you? Huh? Hey, fuck all you guys. I'll fucking keep talking. I don't care. So, oh, did I lose you? I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? It's kind of difficult to be up here. I'm usually not the guy talking. I have MCs for that shit, but especially with drum and bass, Anyway, I had a record store in 1991. It was called the Hottie Shop. And the reason why I called it the Hottie Shop is because everybody used to talk about, no, fuck you. No.
Let him talk.
No, let me tell you about this shop that you had.
No, I know, but let me set it up, and you can knock it down. Okay, I had a record store, or I had a dream to open a record store. And there was this guy, Kevin Robinson, who I'm sure some of you guys know. I know you know, and you know. And his mom had a little bit of money. So, and I didn't come from money. I lived in Winter Springs. I didn't fucking, I didn't have anything. So I'm like, it would be dope because there's only underground record stores. We should open a record store. And everybody calls tunes hotties back then in 1989, 1990, 1991. Oh, that tune's a hottie. That tune's a hottie. So I go, let's open the Hottie Shop. And there used to be a store in Fern Park called the Pop Shop. And they had these bottles that, returnable drinks. And it was SHOPPE. So I had the Hottie Shop, SHOPPE. And it came from the Pop Shop. But anyway, when we started, I had the records. We didn't even have bins. We had the records laying against the wall on the floor. Yeah. And people would come in to buy records, and I wouldn't let them listen to tunes because I was making a mix CD or making a mixtape on the only two turntables that we owned. I was playing. So I wouldn't let people buy records basically in my record store. And then I had a girl, me and Icy both knew a girl that worked at UPS, and she would come over. I probably shouldn't tell this. She would come over on her lunch break, and I'd put a sign on the door that said, out to lunch. And, yeah, we'd go in the back, and she'd sort me out. And that was, it was great and everything. It was really wrong looking back at it now. I'm not that kind of guy now. And she was a great girl, and her name was Susie Ramey, and she's still on Facebook, and I talked to her, and I went to elementary school with her, but she could suck the crumb off of fucking... I'm sorry. I'm too old. This guy's fucking telling me I'm too old. Fucking Nostradamus over here is telling me I'm too old. Yeah, my son's here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm getting heckled. Jerry, save me.
So let me tell you about the store he owned in Front Park, which was awesome. It was next door to House of Babes, which I consistently got blowjobs from the dancers. But that was before I was married, or before I was even born, actually. Just kidding. So, no, dude, let me tell you something about that store that you own. That had the records on the floor that nobody could go through because you were busy on the decks. Was a videotape, and Dave, you got to hear this. A videotape that I got by the Orb, which was the huge, ever-growing, pulsating brain that rules from the center of the ultra world. Videotape that I bought from your fucking store in Front Park, and that fucking videotape got me laid probably at least 20 times. I just put that in the VCR. Back in the day, VCR, and I play that, and then the guy next to me would go down on me.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. I don't like guys. Yeah. Just seeing if you guys are listening. You are. No, it got me laid with the ladies. The ladies. The ladies. So that's my story. And I actually got a good song to talk about. And but you know what? Man, Daddy's giving me that look like maybe I don't have a song to talk about. So that being said, I think we're done tonight. Actually, but this is awesome. This is DJ. Wait, actually, we have DJ BMF that has a final story for all of us tonight. BMF has yes, yeah. Normally, and he even told me that he was going to do the last call, which is, I hope he's not going to take the microphone and say last call, everybody. See, come on, see, because, come on, BMF, you of all people are like, you know, a legend in this town. You've been here longer than, seriously. And, I mean, you have paved the way to Orlando being hip, even without a funky mustache.
Hey, honestly, like the way that we used to view other DJs is people that were like mainstream or club DJs like Kimball or Icy or anything like that. To me, as a drum and bass guy, it didn't really matter about them. But BMF had Fat and Jazzy on a Tuesday night, and I would fucking go there every Tuesday night because he would play these dope fucking tunes that came from where I came up. My mom, like just funk, soul, hip-hop, jazz. That was my vibe, and I always had the utmost respect and praise for BMF, and I just want to say that out loud.
Yeah, and he's now kind of the house DJ for Will's Pub and Little Indies. I mean, come on, Greg, come up here and tell a little something about something. Come on, man. Like, you know, we all, yeah, come on. I know you got a good story about something. Or just come up here and give last call.
Last call for alcohol, y'all. I'm just here to look pretty like a Kardashian, you know, make a club appearance. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, AK, Tommy, Dave, Dan, Jerry, Man Daddy, JB, I appreciate y'all. I wish I was more prepared. I didn't do my homework. That's why I'm a DJ.
Give it up for BMF. Come on. You know, this is the only time you don't bring it in this area. If you put BMF in this area, he brings it. But this is the only other time that he does not bring it. So please check him up as fucking 45 nights. Check him on the Shoals Shakedown over there on a Tuesday. Give it up for all the goddamn DJs here tonight. Give it up for Mod. Give it up for AK. Give it up for fucking everybody that fucking came up here tonight. This is what we do. It's the first Thursday. We have different genres. We have different people. They come up here. They tell a story. They intro into your life. Let you know what they've been doing for a long time and let you understand why they do what they do. We thank y'all very much for coming out. We thank you to every fucking DJ that came out here and told a story tonight. Fucking Kioki coming out promoting. Noah just bringing this shit. Thank y'all very, very much for listening. This is Little Indies. Please give it up. I said please give it up! This is the Under the Influence. Thank y'all very, 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 very much for coming out. Thank y'all for everyone that introduced everything tonight. Thank y'all very much.
I'm glad you noticed.
Dead radio, coming back to life. Dead radio, coming back to life. Did radio, come on back to life. Come on back to life. Did radio.
Show is great. The WJBW show is great. Shakit. Say the web show is great.
The JB Show is great.
The JB Web Show is crazy. I love it. The JB Web Show is so original.
The JB Web Show is crazy. I love it. The JB Web Show is for everyone. Hello, I am JB Web.
Shakit.
The JB Web Show is so original.
The JB Web Show is great.
Hello, I am JB Web.
The JB Web Show is for everyone.
The JB Web Show is great.
Shakit. The JB Web Show is great. We are here with JB Web.
Hello.
Thank you for giving us an interview, JB Webb.
Oh, you're welcome. It's no problem.
So, JB Webb, what is it like to be you?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I'm a regular guy. I got a lot of responsibilities, and...
How did you come up with this idea?
Oh, well, that's another good question. You know, it...
What are your plans for the future?
Okay, I'm starting to think that this is just pre-recorded.
Why is Shocky a bigger star than you? Why is Shocky a bigger star than you? Why is Shocky a bigger star than you?
Okay, this is... I think... All right, Shocky, I know you're controlling this. This is stupid.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane? Whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Jagweed.
You are my worst interview ever.
All right, it's over.
Hello, I am JB Webb.
Shooky. The JB Webb Show is crazy. I love it.
The JB Webb Show is great. Hello, I am JB Webb. The JB Webb Show is great.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
Award-winning Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue, Orlando's favorite since 1986. Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue has been recognized by USA Today, the New York Times, and the Food Network. Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue. Get some of this stuff in your face.
Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue. It's delicious. Hey, welcome back. JB Webb with you. Thanks for hanging with us. That was a little bit of a taste of Under the Influence. They do that once a month. I think the last couple of months have been put on hiatus, but December, before the end of the year, I think they'll have it. Bring that shit down, Chucky. Nobody even said that. What? And now, breaking news badly. Hola. Oh, hola, fricos. Happy Halloween, JB Webb. In studio, solamente. What? Okay, don't do Spanish. So sorry. So sorry. Wait, I have some news stories. Welcome back. JB Webb with you, breaking some news badly here solo style. So bear with me. I want to make sure that I get the information right. Is this right? Yachtstarship.com, leaving out of downtown Tampa, I'm presuming, Saturday, November 14th, Thomas Wynn and the Believers. So that's a delightful opportunity to go, and I didn't even know, Yacht Starship. I love that. So I'll have to find out more. The other thing I wanted to mention, we went through pretty quickly last week, or Tuesday, this previous Tuesday on the show, and people were like, what the fuck? So see what happens when you drink apple cider vinegar and honey on an empty stomach in the morning. So basically, they give you a recipe here, and they give you, and this is at ViralAlternativeNews.com. Okay, I got it right. ViralAlternativeNews.com. Anyway, okay, so they have a story there, and this is what happens when you drink, is the passphrase, is the catchphrase for their snazzy websites. You got 2 tickets. What? No, nobody's called us for the tickets yet. So if you want to do that, while I do a little bit of bad news badly, breaking bad news bears badly, that would be, no, I'd be in trouble then if I was doing that. Nobody's doing that. That's not a good idea. Don't do that, Joey. Anyway, I like how my inner voice turns into my mom, my New York mom. Don't do that, Joey. Anyway, what else? Oh, yeah, other stuff. Thanks, and keeping me on track there, buddy. Appreciate that. We read last week, so a couple things we blew over. Oh, not that kind of blue snag. Gothamist.com, a percent of veggie hot dogs, percentage, thank you, veggie hot dogs contain meat and, wait for it, human DNA. So, happy Halloween. I don't want to scare you, but that's an article, where was it? Oh, that's right, that would be horrible. Gothamist.com, veggie dogs have meat is the passphrase there. The passphrase is, veggie dogs have meat. And human DNA, I think, would really be the more of the, why weren't they? I don't know. Oh, okay. A little bit of brand buffing. Little bit of buffing. So, there you go. A little bit of news. Done pretty badly, I'll say. What? Oh. Washington Post. Thank you. WashingtonPost.com has a great article. I think it's a weekly article. When is this? October 23rd. What was fake on the internet this week? Boycott Star Wars. What is that, 7? Oh, yeah, 7. Yelp suing South Park and dangerous flu shots. So those all things not real. Not for real. For real. For real. Fake pumpkin spice products. Is this a Jimmy Kimmel stunt? All right, so Yelp is not suing South Park and Comedy Central for defamation. So there you go. Just an overview of what you get there. That was Washington Post. I said that. Yeah, I did. What was it? Oh, this one. Yeah. So then we go over to a NBC.
What's up? Welcome.
NBC.
Broadcast video is live.
Where is he?
We're live. Welcome to the show.
What's he doing?
Hey, I am JB Webb. I just started the Circadian Cast.
Okay. That was me on my personal. Oh, JB Webb YouTube. One of the many YouTube.
Micro sculpting cream.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. One of the many YouTube channels that are out there. So anyway, where were we going? Oh yeah, we wanted to read this article. Michael Dunn sentenced to life without parole for loud music killing. So you may remember some months ago, even years it seems, that there was a gentleman who killed 4 teenagers. Were shot into an SUV when an argument broke out over loud music coming from the teen's vehicle. Dunn was sentenced to an additional 90 years in prison. So what did they do? Sentenced to life. Oh, wow. Well, a Florida man convicted of first-degree murder for shooting a teenager to death over loud music was sentenced to life without parole Friday. And this is when? October 17th. Oh, that's a long time ago. Okay, so there you go. That's NBCnews.com. That's where that comes from. What else do I have for you? The Charlie Bit My Finger star, all grown up from AOL.com. No commercials? What? Oh, that's amazing. Oh. Charlie bit my finger. Oh, it's going to be a commercial, I think. Hold on. No, they're just pictures, so I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong.
Lemon Skittles are my favorite.
No, I'm right. Okay, yeah, I was right. Lemon Skittles. Anyway, so, yes, that's just an article. Let me go read it. Prepare to feel old. The 2 brothers from viral Charlie Bit My Finger video are back in the spotlight, and they're all grown up. It's been 8 years since Charlie Bit My Finger was uploaded on YouTube, and after more than 816 million views, it's become the most viewed user-uploaded video on the site. I think it's a bit odd that those people watched it, 9-year-old Charlie told the BBC. The boy's father only uploaded the video to YouTube because it was too big of a file to email to family. I don't know. I'm just improvising that last part. And it's a good thing he did. The video has brought in thousands through advertising. Harry and Charlie were even featured in a ragu commercial. A ragu. So that's delightful to hear. Charlie bit my finger. And now I'm getting paid for your raviolis. That's fantastic. Oh, a new policy in China ends how old? Decades? Centuries? Wait. China to end decades-old one-child policy, allow 2 children. Is that written that way purposefully? Should I be offended? Part Chinese as well. Asian. What if somebody found out they were part everything? That'd be fascinating, wouldn't it? That should surely be Something we should be able to prove if evolution was true. That brought to you by your wackadoo sponsors. And thank you so much for joining. I've just killed myself completely just lost it. Anyway, thank you. That's so helpful. That's very helpful. Where's this from? WFTV, WFTV.com. And, here's a great one I wanted to throw at you because it's CBS12.com. I'm not sure where this is out of. Hold on. Arizona? No. Charleston, West Virginia. 2 pit bulls credited with scaring off armed man in home invasion. So there you go. Big shout out there to Bully Up Rescue. I think they're Bully Up Rescue on Facebook. And that's what they're doing. They're actually rehabbing dogs, making sure that they're suitable and they have the right mindset. And there you go. So there you go. Yeah, wine just doesn't grow naturally. You just can't go like out to the tree and get wine, right? It's a whole process. Okay, so just as long as we agree on that. What is this? Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. They Might Be Giants playing at the Beecham, downtown Orlando. The Beecham, 46 North Orange Avenue, and tickets are available. Ticket Fly. So go check that out. It's coming up before that. Wait, after that. Is this coming up? Oh, wow. November 6th. Suicide Girls at the Beecham, and Motionless in White and The Devil Wears Prada at the Beecham. What's happening there? Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll stop now because I'm getting myself confused. And so there you go. So a few different things. You want me to go through that? I don't want to go through that. All right, we'll go through this one last story. We'll play a little bit of music, maybe some funny little commercials we did in the past for things that we're not doing in the present. So it doesn't matter. USUncut.com, the uncircumcised website for news. 10 taxpayers handouts to the super rich that will make your blood boil. The next time you hear someone complain about how the poor get all the free stuff, show them this. The next time a small number of incredibly wealthy Americans are ridiculing Bernie Sanders' base for wanting free stuff, when the costliest programs are by far corporate welfare and entitlements for top 1%. Fox News has been working hard to tear down Sanders' proposals to provide Medicare for all, institute tuition-free public college, boost infrastructure spending, and expand Social Security. That's not fiscally possible unless the federal government starts seizing private assets, said Bill O'Reilly. But O'Reilly is wrong. The money for Sanders' platform can easily come from eliminating the costliest entitlement programs for the top 1% and multinational corporations. And they go on to give you a breakdown of the most superfluous giveaways, which we won't go into here. So go check that out at usuncut.com. Once again, your best in news for uncircumcised news, the very best. So there you go. What now? Oh, no, we're not doing. No, I'm not supporting it. What? Am I? Oh, you're saying I am. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so we got couple more things here. A guy posted this song. You can guess what that is. I can stop it right now. If anybody can guess what that song is, call me 407-379-9529. There you are. No, nobody's there. Oh, so sorry. Okay, so here's the song. So there you go. The Doors Light My Fire. Steptoe and Son remix. So there you go. I enjoyed it. So why can't you? And in closing, we're going to let this roll a little bit because it really is a great video. And we're going to BuzzFeed UK.
If you like Necco wafers,
right,
the original candy wafer, that's
the official guide to Halloween sweets.
There's no need to watch this video. You're going to get screwed no matter what. Same goes if you like those nasty little orange and black candies. Save yourself some time, don't go trick-or-treating, just eat random crap you find on the floor. And now we begin. Step 1, identifying your trading partner. Children under the age of 5 are legally protected. That's because of Becky's Law. Named after a Wisconsin girl who traded her entire stash for a box of Good 'n' Plenty's that her brother had convinced her were unicorn eggs. She cried for 3.5 years. Children between the ages of 5 and 7 are allowed a 30-second trade-back grace period. This also applies to the elderly. If you have friends or siblings with any of the following traits, they make ideal trading partners. If you don't, you'll have to get crafty. Start by determining the flavor affinity of your opponent.
Okay.
There are 3 basic classes, and each one has a weakness.
It's hilarious. BuzzFeed UK is where that video, that's where I found it was coming from. So I don't know where it really came from, but that's it. We're done playing that. And I guess I'll just go ahead and keep throwing all these out here because I'm just
to support the important amendment brought forth by Congressman Dellums and Congresswoman Waters. Sometimes I think that the people in this institution and in the White House are really losing contact and not knowing what's going on with the American people. In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt.
Can you recognize that voice? It's Bernie Sanders. This is 1992 video. That's Cythereus. Is that your name, Cythereus? Oh, one more time and I'll unlock a demon? Oh, no. Okay, so I won't say it. Ooh, spooky Halloween. Oh, yeah, we were going to play. This is, anyway, so that's where it comes from, Cythereus on Facebook. And we were going to actually, we thought about it, and then somebody told me that it didn't make any sense, but we're going to play the 1922 silent movie Nosferatu on the air, we thought, and then, yeah, nothing. So we didn't do that, and it was a good thing we didn't, judging by the response of no one. So, what is it? No, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. What is it? Oh, that's a good story. Addictinginfo.org, and then we'll buckle down and get into some crazy music. Music, okay. Quirky employee-owned chain touted as Walmart Slayer by Forbes magazine. Addictinginfo.org. And anyone know who they're talking about? Nope, I didn't want to click on that. Walmart, its very name brings with it an image of a soulless corporation, a company which abused its employees down so much that they will rip the company to shreds on their own internal website. When asked, a company relying on government assistance to keep its employees able to even eat, it's a recipe for disaster. And those who follow the teaching of Milton Friedman and other objective economists would try to explain that this is absolutely required for a successful company. But don't tell that to Publix, which now sits at the most profitable grocer in the whole United States. Entire on Fox. Anyway, holding a remarkable 52.8% of the grocery market in highly competitive Florida. So this is against Walmart, which is at 14.5%. So that's an interesting development. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Breaking news badly. Thank you at Radio JB Web on Twitter and WJBWnetworks.com. We thank you for hanging and joining our holiday special. That was like not really scary at all, right? Really wasn't that scary. So, but anyway, we do thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see you again on the next Flip Flop. We're going to close out with some music.
Keep investing in gold and silver and things that can eventually corrode away. Negative bonds. Negative bonds are the newest way to invest. People will always have negative bonds. Susie hates Johnny. Johnny hates Susie. They talk about it to their friends. Your negative bond accrues interest, and all of a sudden you're a rich millionaire who could care less about people, and then negative bond about poor people without bonds, which increases your negative bonds. So invest in negative bonds today. Negative bonds is not a subsidiary of the New York Stock Exchange or any real exchange, so be careful when you invest. Tune in to Charlotte Webb weeknights at 7 on Channel 7. Here's a taste of what you get.
Well, I'm Charlotte Webb, and I'm here today to talk to you about beauty tips and fashion tips. And I want to start with just a homemade recipe that I really love that's just like the best for my skin. It always looks so glowing because I take horse shit. My favorite beauty treatment is to take a whole beehive, you know, with the bees in it, and stick it in the Vitamix, and then just smear that all over your face and also your ass, because your face and your ass has the same amount of skin generally per cheek. It's like your face could be your ass, actually. And I really appreciate men's, facial hairstyles, and I think that the most chic one is to, leave the 5 o'clock shadow from the jawline up, and then just shave down off of the cheekbone slightly, and then just have the neck shaved, and then just slice that sucker off with a meat cleaver. This is Charlotte Webb. I hope that you enjoyed the show today, folks, and you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/I'm a Twitter Web.
That's Charlotte Webb, weeknights at 7 on Channel 7.
Graft macaroni and cheese, delicious skin graft elbow macaroni. We take the leftovers of skin grafts and form them into elbow macaroni looking like pieces, and then mix it with a lovely cheese sauce that's actually fermented body fungus. Graft macaroni and cheese, delicious. You can call it food, it's actually people. Remember, you are what you eat. Graft macaroni and cheese. Graft macaroni and cheese is not a real product.
in my perfect state. I don't know why I feel this way. In my perfect state, in my perfect state. I don't know why I feel this way. Ha! In my perfect state, in my perfect state, in my perfect state, in my perfect state. I don't know why I feel this way. In my perfect state, in my perfect state, in my perfect state, in my perfect state, in my perfect state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
looking for something to bring me further down. Like I need a parade, one just for me. On Halloween, on Halloween. And I never said I could undo all the stupid things I've done. I could tell you just exactly what I've become. Just another ghost that I have to outrun. Beneath my wings, baby, they left their cauldrons full of wheels, baby. Left all their fires burning so bright into the night, into the night. And I never said I could undo all the stupid things I've done. I could tell you just exactly what I've become. Just another ghost that I have to outrun.
Free from all of them Babylon, free from all of them battlefield, free from all of them haters, man, free from all of them fucking bills. They lock us up with rock towns, rock shows like Get Down, sunlight like sunbeam, no tights, big dreams, me shine bright like full steam, fight for it like Garvey, militant, minded with, tell the devil don't bother with. I got to be free, I got to be free. I got you like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky. I got to be free, free, free. I got to be free, free, free. I got to be free, free, free. I got to be free, free. Like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky. Ride up with NC, they busted shots, we lick them more. Fire burn them, this is war. We move it back to the city, boy. Get down like a pretty boy. Death come to you, shitty boy. Time is right, so I grind right. My mind right, so we firefly. They out chill, we out chill. Like no fear, you can't kill me, boy. My sight clear, you hear me, boy. I'm a cyclone, come near me, boy. Me fuck your life, you don't feel me, boy. Don't call me wrong with them, bomb me home. And plant the beds and kill me ribs. We're running out of it, fly to this. I got to be free. I got to be free. I got to be free. Like a bird in the sky. Like a bird in the sky. Like a bird in the sky. Like a bird got to be free, free, free. I got to be free, free, free. I got to be free, free, free. I got to be free, free, free. Like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky, like a bird in the sky.
Favorite time of year. Halloween. No one needs to see. I can dress up as anything on Halloween. Halloween. You mean so much to me,
But won't you love Halloween? Why do you love Halloween? I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.